The Bucks defeat the Suns 105-98 in Game 6 to clinch their second NBA title, their first one in 50 years. Congratulations to the Milwaukee Bucks. Congratulations to Giannis. There's a lot of players that I like from the Bucks that I like to root for. PJ Tucker, gritty, man, he had to grind it out. He had to go overseas. Brook Lopez, he played for my Lakers. He started with the Nets. He's bounced around. He now gets it done with the Bucks. Drew Holiday, there's a lot of people hating on him, but he plays some lockdown defense. He was crucial for the Bucks this playoff run. Chris Middleton, Mr. Inconsistency, but he shows up in the big moments. Bobby Portis with the big eyes, from punching Nikola Mirotic to being an NBA champion. Jeff Teague, he stayed with Coach Bud. He went from the Hawks. He traveled to the Wolves, back with the Bucks with Coach Bud, and now he gets a championship. Pat Connaughton, key role player. A lot of these Bucks players, they're easy to root for. Congratulations to the Bucks. They get it done. And for the Suns, just an incredible season. No one had them going to the finals. People had them maybe squeezing into the playoffs, but for them to make it this far, it just shows how good of a team they are. Phoenix fans, Suns fans, you should be proud of your team. They're gonna be good for a while. We'll touch on if Chris Paul is gonna stay in a little bit. But for the Bucks, man, Giannis, I just want to tip my hat to Giannis. Just give him all his flowers. 50 points, 14 rebounds, 2 assists, 17 from 19 from the free throw line. That's what really stood out for me. He was just dominant. There was nothing the Suns could do. And he was just in attack mode all night. He was big on the boards. He was big in defense. And he was making his free throws. And, you know, that's one of the things that Shaq always said. Like, I might not be good at free throws, but I'll make them when they count, or I'll make them when I really need to. And this is one of the most impressive performances I've ever seen from Giannis. Just the fact that he went 17 out of 19 in a close game. They ended up winning by 7 points, but it was a close game throughout. If he does his regular like 60%, 55, 63, where he, you know, that's his range usually. If he's anywhere in that range, you know, the Bucks might not win this game, and we might be talking about, you know, a game 7 today in Phoenix. But because Giannis, you know, Mr. Clutch, he's such a humble dude. You just can't root for Giannis. There's so many emotions that I felt for Giannis. It's just, he's such a humble guy. He's easy to root for. He seems like he's super down to earth. So congratulations to Giannis. For the Suns, I would have wished they would have built the wall for Giannis more often, or even at all. I think DeAndre Ayton has a lot of potential, especially like comparing him from last year to this year. He's definitely made strides in his game. But to think that DeAndre Ayton was going to stay with Giannis the whole game, or to leave him on an island with Giannis and just expect him to shut him down, that is just, I can't believe that happened. There's a lot of plays, a lot of replays. They show you like the replay behind Giannis when he's attacking the rim, and it's literally just Giannis taking a full head of steam, going one-on-one against DeAndre Ayton. And that's just not fair for Ayton. No matter how good of a defender he is, he has quick feet. He's very agile. He's athletic as well. But Giannis is a freak. He's the Greek freak for a reason. You can't leave him one-on-one. It's pretty evident throughout the past playoffs that building a wall against Giannis is basically the only way that you could, you know, stop him. And then if that doesn't work, then you're kind of screwed. But the Suns didn't really try. They didn't really try to build a wall. Everyone just stuck to their man and just let DeAndre Ayton man up one-on-one against Giannis. And that was just a disaster. And like I said, that doesn't mean DeAndre Ayton isn't a good player. It doesn't mean he's not good defensively. But Giannis is just a monster. One-on-one, attacking the rim, getting a full head of steam with those long strides, with those Euro steps. There's just, with the spin move that he has, it's just nothing you could do one-on-one when he's attacking the rim and you're not building a wall. So that's my only gripe for the Suns. I would have wished that they would have possibly built the wall earlier. But other than that, you know, it looked like they ran out of steams. Chris Paul looked like his legs were giving out. I was kind of worried going into Game 6, how effective Devin Booker was gonna be, because he had those big, huge games in Game 5 and in Game 4, going for 40 plus points in back-to-back games. So I didn't know how much he was gonna have left in it for Game 6. So, and sure enough, he had 19 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds. Just couldn't get it going throughout the whole night. Chris Paul showed up, 26 points. I was happy for Chris Paul because at least he went out, fighting. This was one of his better games this series after Game 1. After Game 1, he was getting a lot of criticism, and, rightfully so. His game definitely teetered, but at least he showed up in Game 6. You can't say the Suns lost Game 6 because of Chris Paul. He did his thing, but Giannis was just unstoppable. The Bucks made timely buckets in timely times, but there's no other way to put it than Giannis just took over. Giannis was incredible. Giannis showed that he's the best player in the NBA today. And this whole series, this whole playoff run has just been like a coronation for Giannis. A lot of people are saying that he's the best player in the NBA, and people are calling it, you're a prisoner in the moment. But I don't think you're a prisoner in the moment, because he won a MVP 3 years ago, or 2 years ago. He won MVP the year before that. He didn't win MVP this year, but now he's the Finals MVP. It's been a long time coming. You could see the trajectory that Giannis was on from the age of like 22, 21 when he started getting it, when he started bulking up. You could kind of see the trajectory that Giannis was gonna take, and people were saying, "Hey, he's like one jump shot away. He's a decent 3-pointer away from being unstoppable." Well, this playoffs run, he's pretty much looked unstoppable. So props to Giannis. He's just a great guy. I love that man. Shout out to the Bucks. Shout out to Giannis. He stayed with Milwaukee. He didn't leave. He didn't go to the Lakers. He didn't go to the Warriors, the Heat. He could have easily left the Bucks, told them, you know what, this is my last year. I'm gonna play out this year and go somewhere else. Or, you know what, trade me if you want to get something for me. I'm not gonna resign. He chose to stay. He chose to, dig deep. He chose to be loyal, and he gets rewarded by it. It's just an amazing story by Giannis. And I'm just very happy. It was one of the most entertaining finals. I don't know about you guys. Let me know if you guys enjoyed the finals. It was a breath of fresh air. Yeah, we didn't have LeBron. We didn't have Curry. We didn't have the Lakers. We didn't have the Celtics. We didn't have the Warriors. We didn't have a lot of these big teams. But the Suns versus the Bucks, I think it was 7 great games. Other than the blowout when the Bucks, I think it was Game 3 that they kind of blew out the Suns. All the games were close. All the games had highlight moments. All the games had you on Twitter afterwards, just tweeting away, just talking about how incredible the game was, how asinine whatever we just witnessed was. It was just incredible series, man. I love the NBA. I love the NBA finals. I love the NBA playoffs. It's sad that the season is over. We have to wait till, when is it, like September, for the season to start again, or November, October, whenever the NBA season starts. It's a shame that there's no more NBA. There's if you really want your basketball fix, the Olympic basketball is about to start, so you can watch that. But man, another season in the books, and it was a great one. I would have wished, as a Laker fan, I would have wished that they would have won. But this was entertaining. I'm an NBA fan too. I'm a basketball fan as well, and man, this was some good finals. What do you guys think? Did you guys enjoy this season? Was it a good one? It was great to see the fans come back, like, halfway through the season. It was great to hear, the crowd reactions, and it was just great to see Giannis, take that reign. I do believe he is the number one player in the NBA right now. The things he could do defensively and the things he could do offensively is just, no one else in the NBA could do that. And yeah, he doesn't have a shot. He doesn't have a silky, smooth shot. He can't do a little fadeaway or step back. But what he does are such at an elite level that it doesn't matter. He's the face of the franchise, and he's the face of the NBA. And I couldn't think of a better guy to take the throne. He's kind of cheesy too. He's funny. He makes little jokes. But I love the man, and I'm happy for the city of Milwaukee that they have such a great guy representing them. And overall, it was a great finals. I'm happy for the Bucks. Congratulations, Bucks. We'll see how they defend it next year. People have the Nets as the favorites. Lakers, they're gonna be there. We'll see what happened with the Nuggets. But I think the Bucks, they could run it back. They could be dangerous. Drew Holiday, second year with that team. Chris Middleton, I think he still has potential to get even better. He's 28, 29 years old, but I think he can still get better. Brook Lopez is still going to be there. PJ Tucker, he's a dog. I think the Bucks are still going to be a dangerous team. Are they the favorites for next year? We got to see what happens in the offseason, but they're definitely going to be one of those top 4 teams next year too. And for the Suns, that's a different story. I don't know if they caught lightning in a bottle this year, if whatever happened this year, they're able to replicate. But all I know is Monty Williams, he's a great coach, he's a great leader, and he's a great person. And the way he's able to connect with his players, the way he talks to them with so much respect, the way he doesn't carry himself as a know-it-all. He doesn't think he's better than everyone. He just really knows how to communicate with his players. I love that about Monty Williams. So I would not be surprised if this is a start of something big for the Suns, where they're just perennial contenders, or they're at least a playoff team year in and year out. So, if you're a Phoenix fan, I would be excited. I know there's teams saying that, you got lucky. The Lakers, AD got hurt. The Nuggets, there was no Jamal Murray. Kawhi Leonard got hurt. That is all true. That is all true. But when the Warriors won their first title, a bunch of injuries happened. When the Toronto Raptors won their title, a bunch of injuries happened. You could only play who's in front of you, and they took care of business. They got to the finals. So I think there's a lot of young players with the Suns. I think they could potentially, make another run next year.